Hello, my name is Amber, and I am a group fitness instructor at the University of Cincinnati, and I am back. It feels like it's been a little while, but first class of the new year 2021, and I'm coming back at you with some more yoga classes. I'll be doing a combination during this semester for you guys of some relaxation yoga, some yoga flow, and some foundational yoga, along with things that might be a little fusion of those things, kind of like today's practice. So today we're just gonna kind of play around on the mat, get ourselves reacquainted with the mat if maybe you've been away from it for a little bit. No judgment here. We're just trying to find something that feels good, kind of explore how we feel in our bodies, connect with our minds and bodies on our mats, and just kind of play around with it, have an open mind, and see what happens to work on improving our own health and well-being, both mentally and physically through our asana or yoga practice. So what we're going to do today is just sort of a practice to help clear out the cobwebs, if you will, kind of get into all those nooks and crannies of our bodies, anywhere we might be feeling stiff during these winter months, and get some healthy feel-good movement in. So today's practice will be kind of a fusion of foundational yoga with yoga flow. So it'll be beginner friendly, if you will, but also suitable for all levels, and we will include some flow and a little bit more active movement in, as well as we move with our breath. So let's come over to your yoga mat. You will want to have some kind of yoga mat for the practice. I do prefer that just because stability, and no socks, please, barefoot. This for traction, and so that there's no risk of slipping or anything like that. Also, preferably to wear something comfortable. So just something comfortable that you can move around in. I like to have a blanket. I have my yoga blanket with me today. You can bring any blanket or pillow you'd like, and if you don't have it, don't worry about it. It's just an optional thing to have, and if you're someone who knows that you like to have a block or a book to bring the floor up to you and things like that, then feel free to have that, but I'm going to try to keep this as simple and accessible as possible for everyone today as we get back into the flow of things, back into the swing of things for our spring semester and our new year. So let's go ahead and start by finding a comfortable seat, however that feels to you. So you might sit on a blanket or a pillow to elevate your hips. I find that helpful for just kind of helping release any pinching or stiffness in my lower back, and feeling more supported from that hip elevation. But you might choose to just sit straight on the floor, and if that feels good to you as well. So just kind of play around with it, find what works for you, because it's not going to be the same thing for everyone. But the one thing I do want everyone to do is let your sitting bones connect to the earth. So make sure you're sitting on the earth while lengthening up through the crown of your head. So sit with a nice tall spine. If you find your shoulders coming forward and slouching, just kind of gently draw them back. If you find your chin coming forward, just gently draw it back in line with the rest of your spine. Crown of your head lengthens up as your sitting bones root down. Shoulders relaxed and back, and if it feels a little stiff, just let it soften a little bit here. Your eyes can be opened or closed. So you find our Sukhasana, if you will, or our easy pose, our comfortable seat. And just take a few moments here, finding this good posture with your upright spine to connect. Start to connect with your breath, start to connect with yourself. If you haven't been to the mat in a while, that's totally fine. Just let yourself get reacquainted. And if you have been coming, also just take this time to reacquaint yourself with whatever you need during this time. So let's start with our breath. Just take a deep breath in through your nose. Notice anything that feels stagnant, maybe anything that you're still holding on to from 2020. But you know we all have a lot of stuff from 2020 that we probably want to leave behind. And just exhale, big sigh out through your mouth. Just let it loose, let it go. Let it be. And then from here, we'll move into our steady rhythmic breath, your 4-count breath. So just gently breathe in and out through your nose. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. And breathe out. And just continue continue to follow along the steady rhythmic breath throughout our practice on the mat today. Perhaps you inhale let and exhale go if that resonates with you. Also good to make sure you have plenty of water around for any time in the practice. And as you say with this breath, just start to set an intention for your practice. Maybe your intention is that you are going to be kind and loving to yourself, and then take a break anytime you need it. Take a drink of water anytime that you're getting thirsty, or grab a blanket or any props or anything you have around that might help you feel the most comfortable and get the most enjoyment from the practice. Maybe just being open-minded to explore whatever comes up here. And generally the focus today is just, again, hitting the reset button, hitting the refresh. So finding that place of being able to start anew, to feel refreshed and revitalized in your body, and then let that trickle into your mind as well as we get in here and just kind of gently stretch everything out, get in touch with our bodies. And it's winter, we just came off the holidays, so maybe we've been eating, maybe we ate some goodies during Christmas time. I sure hope that you did. But maybe we feel a little more sluggish, maybe it's dark and cold, maybe we're feeling a little less motivated or inspired, and we're just kind of feeling like we need something to help energize and refresh us, but not in a pushing way, more in a gentle, loving, nurturing way. And that's where today's yoga practice comes in. So sit here, find that breath, find that intention that maybe reset in a kind, refreshing way that feels good to you, or anything else that you're feeling that you need right now in the practice. And as we sit here with this breath and intention, if your eyes are still closed, go ahead and open them. At this time, inhale, reach your arms overhead. We're just going to start with some gentle warm-up stretches. Again, gently getting reacquainted to your mat, to your body, checking in. As you reach your fingertips up high, big stretch here. Keep your sitting bones rooted down as you lengthen up through your fingertips up to the sky. And exhale, send your left hand down to the floor. Right arm reaches up and over, side body stretch. Try to keep your right hips rooted down towards the earth. You feel it stretch and opening all along the side of your body. Let's take one more big breath in and then out. Inhale, come back up, and exhale, take it to the other side. And take another breath here. Inhale, come back up again. Exhale, take your hands, clasp them behind your back if you can, and try to squeeze your shoulder blades together, almost like you're squeezing a pencil or something between your shoulder blades as you lift up through your chest. Take one more breath in, and exhale, shake it out a little bit. Shake out your arms. Let's roll your shoulders up to your ears, down and back a few times. Maintain that steady, even breath. Just kind of notice if there are any clicks, tightness in your shoulders. Let that release a little, and then let your shoulder blades relax down your back. Let's take your chin tilt up towards the ceiling. Now we're not cranking up, okay? So we're just kind of looking out ahead, and then just a little bit of time tilting your head up, okay? Getting a nice stretch along the front of your neck. And we're starting slow here to try to open things up in our bodies. We will flow in a little bit, don't worry. Take another breath in and out. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, chin to chest, chest to chin. Stretching along the back of your neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come back up, and then let's tilt your head up for a sec. And then back to center and down. And just do that on your own, at your own pace. A few more times. There are little clicks and things, that's okay. Just make sure that if there's anything, that there's no pain. And then come back to center. Let's look over to your right. Go over to your left. Shake your head no. We're kind of shaking our head yes or before. So just kind of shake your head no. Checking in with neck here. And then sit up tall. Let's place your left hand to the side, take it to a floor, or you can use a block or something to bring the floor up to you. It's your choice. But try to keep sitting up tall with that flat back, keeping that good posture as you tilt your right ear in the direction towards your right shoulder. It's not meant to touch your shoulder, so we're definitely not forcing anything here. We're just kind of looking for that nice stretch along the side of your neck. And optional, you can stay here, or if you want to, you could try sliding your right hand out to the side and place it gently on your head. We're not pushing or forcing your head with your hand, we're just gently resting it there and letting gravity do its thing. Take another breath in. And exhale, big sigh out. Release your hand down. Slide your chin back through center. And come back up to neutral. We'll do this on the other side, and then we'll get moving around on our mat some more after this, okay? Take your right hand to the floor or a block here this time. Still sitting, upright spine, and gently slide your left ear towards your left shoulder. Feel it out. Notice where you might feel a stretch or release here. And then optional, of course, to swing that left arm out to the side and slide it along side on top of your side or top of your head. Take one more breath in. And exhale, release your hands, slide your chin back through center, and come on back up. And then from here, just scoot off your blanket or pillow if you're sitting on one. Slide your feet back behind you, make your way onto your hands and knees for your tabletop. Fingers spread wide, shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, flat back. We're going to move right into some cat and cow stretches. So inhale, look forward. As relax down towards the earth, chest lengthens, lifts up forward, tailbone up towards the sky for your cow. Exhale, draw your navel into your spine. If your tailbone tilts down towards the earth, gazing towards your navel for cat. Inhale, slide forward back into your cat. And exhale back into your cat. We'll do this a few more times. Again, just going at your own pace with your own breath. Remembering, inhale, 2, 3, 4. And then exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale into your cow. And exhale into your cat. Do one more round of these. And then come back to tabletop. And then from here, you're going to lift your left foot up and stretch it out towards the wall behind you. Almost like you're trying to stamp that back wall with your foot. Start to engage your core a little bit. Get a little connection here through your abdomen. Draw your navel into your spine, gazing slightly forward. Optional to stay right here, or you might take, if you can, I encourage you to try taking your right hand forward, thumb towards the sky. Start to feel a little core engagement here as you use your core to balance here. Breathe in. Breathe out. You've got this. And then we'll inhale, reach forward. Exhale. Bend your knee, bring that left knee towards the left elbow and crunch. Squeeze your belly in. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, crunch in. Oh no, what are we doing? She says we'll be gentle. Keep doing it. You got it. Just a little bit, waking up the core, creating some energy, creating a little heat, a little fire, right? Let's do one more of these. You got it. And then extend it. Exhale, release, lower down, take a breath. And of course, we're going to play around with this on the other side. Again, just do what you can. If you fall out of it or need a break, that's fine. We're just getting reacquainted and create a little heat, a little energy through our core. Let's extend that right leg this time. Start here. You might start with your hands on the floor. That's fine. Just feel it out. We're stretching that leg back. Engage your core and draw your belly button into your spine. Gazes forward, neck in line with your spine. See if I can talk today properly. And then if you can, try taking the left arm forward, thumb towards the ceiling. Now you might stay here if you don't feel up to the crunch. This might be a challenge to you today. That's fine. I encourage you to at least try this if you're able. Start to feel that core engagement even here, creating some energy. And then if you're able, you can try. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. One more. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale, release. Lower everything down and sink your seat to your heels. Take a child's pose. Rest here. And know that this or anything else that feels like a resting pose is something you are welcome to return to at any time. Just breathe in. Breathe out. Come back to your breath if needed. Come back to your intention. And then from here, press down through the palms of your hands. Inhale, shift forward to your tabletop. Draw your chest a little bit forward of your elbows. Kind of in a knee plank here. Still draw your navel in. Exhale, bend your elbows in towards your body as you lower your chest and chin with your hips lifted to 8-point pose. Inhale, lower your hips, slide your chest forward, shoulders roll back, lift up into a little baby cobra. Exhale, back to child's pose. Notice how it feels. Inhale, back to your knee plank. Exhale, lower 8-point pose. Inhale, cobra. You can do baby cobra or you can lift a little higher if that feels good to you. Just listen to your own body. Exhale, child's pose. I love this for just initially creating some space in our body, loosening things up. Let's do one more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, back to child's pose. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then from here, we'll shift back to your tabletop, back to your hands and knees. Fingers spread wide, shoulders over your wrist, hips over your knees. Curl your toes under, and this time, we'll start to send your hips up to the sky, find downward facing dog. Might be your first downward dog in a while, might be your first one of the day, so feel free to shake your head yes, shake your head no, make any movements that feel good to you, maybe walk it out a little bit. Get a nice stretch along the back of your leg. Just say hello to all of your muscles and parts of your body that are all working together to support you. Just check in, see how it feels without judgment. Then come back to stillness, breathe in. Breathe out, really feel your downward dog. Really notice how it feels in your arms and your legs, in your core and your back. And then inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, step your feet forward to meet your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Let your head hang heavy, Uttanasana, forward fold. Ankles, knees, and hips are stacked on one another. You can always put a block or something underneath to bring the floor up to you if you'd rather do that. Or your hands may or may not touch the floor. Not a big deal. Just meet yourself where you're at. Now press down to your feet. Inhale, slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. A little bit of time. Roll your shoulders up and back. Check in again. Maybe shift your body around, making little wiggles, movements. And we're just kind of exploring, seeing where we're at here. And then come to stand at the top of your mat. Feet parallel to one another. Root down through the soles of your feet, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Shoulders relax down and back, and check that your chin and your head are in line with your neck and your spine. Feeling a straight line with your body here. Really good posture and form. Tadasana, mountain pose. Breathe. Come back to your intention. We'll take your left hand to your waist. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, slide it over, standing side body stretch. Inhale, come back up again, and we'll take that hand to your waist. Other side, inhale, lift it up. Exhale, reach it over. Inhale, come back up again, shake it out. Kind of shake out your arms a little bit here. And then we're going to do a little sun salutation flow. We're going to start with a more gentle one, and then work up to one that's a little bit more, shall I say, energetic. So, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, dive it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up to a flat back. Crown of your head lengthens forward. Exhale, fold. Take your hands to the earth. Inhale, step your right foot back behind you. Front knee over your ankle. Exhale, lower your back knee. Inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky. Find your low lunge. See if you can let your hips sink a little forward here. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, step your left foot back to meet the right. Exhale, seat to heels, child's pose. This part's going to look familiar. Inhale, shift forward. Find that knee plank from before. Exhale, lower, 8-point pose. Inhale, find your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels lifted. Exhale, knees are bent. Inhale, step your feet forward to meet your hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll it up to standing. Sweep your hands up to the sky. We're going to do the other side now. Exhale, dive it back down. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step your left foot back this time. Exhale, lower your knee. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, right foot back to meet the left. Exhale, seat to heels, child's pose. Inhale, shift forward, knee plank. Exhale, lower, knees, chest, and chin, hips lifted. Inhale, find your cobra, high or low. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And use your core to help you get there. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, knees bent. Inhale, step, or here you could hop if you want your feet to your hands. Fold. Inhale, come up to standing. Roll it on up to standing. Sweep your hands up to the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center. Breathe in. And breathe out. And just notice how you feel. If you feel a little more loose, a little less stiffness in your body, that's probably what I love about sun salutations, because you're getting your back bend, you're getting your forehead bend, you're getting some stretch in your legs, you're just opening up so many different areas of your body in a short amount of time. So let's take a moment here, just breathe. And I'm standing here, let's just take your hands front and back, finding some space in your arms, and we're going to bring that right arm forward. Let's do a simple stretch here, and slide your left arm underneath, locking your elbow. Slide your right hand out to the left side, and if you can, try to look out over your right shoulder. Just let the shoulder drop and relax. So we're not pulling on or forcing on anything here. Just getting a simple stretch through your shoulder. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Remember, any old stuck energy, anything that's not serving you that you're holding on to, see if you can let that release and fall to the wayside so you can make room for newer and better things, or whatever is up ahead, whatever's meant for you at this time. Next exhale, let's just release, shake it out, and then other side, bring that left arm forward, link your elbows, and then slide that hand out to the side, and if you can, look out over your shoulder. And let the shoulder relax. It's kind of a subtle, gentle stretch, so sometimes you may or may not feel anything here. But if you're feeling really tight in your shoulders, this can feel really nice. And this is also something you can do, like sitting at a desk or on public transportation or just different places that are not the yoga mat if you're feeling like you need it. Take one more breath in. And exhale, release it out. Just kind of, again, shake out your arms a little bit here. And we're going to move into another sun salutation. We'll give a few options here to turn it up a notch. But of course, if you're like, no, I'm not here for that today, go at your own pace. There'll be options galore, and do what feels good to you. So, starting where we started last time, starting our mountain pose, Tadasana. Find a good posture and steadiness here. Inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky. And exhale, dive it down. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step your right foot back. Find your lunge. Exhale, optional to lower that knee or keep it lifted. Front knee still stays over your ankle. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead and find your lunge, whatever that looks like to you today. Exhale, take your arms down to the side, squeeze your shoulder blades together, open up your chest. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, dive it down. This time, inhale, send that left hand up, right hand stays on the floor. Look out up to the sky, find your twisted lunge. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, left foot back to meet the right, and we find ourselves in planks. You can always do a knee plank like we did before, or you could stay here in full plank, your choice. Fingers spread wide, shoulders over your wrist. Find a straight line in your body, because we don't want to be dumping our hips down like that. Bad for the back. So use your core, keep yourself lifted, keep those muscles engaged. Exhale, lower your knees, hips stay lifted, and 8-point pose, lower it down. Inhale, shift to your chest forward, come into cobra, or you might come into upward dog, lifting your knees up, sending your chest forward. So your choice. And exhale it back to downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, step or hop your feet forward to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. And inhale, roll it on up to standing. For the other side, sweep your hands up to the sky. Exhale, dive it back down. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, this time step your left foot back behind you. Exhale, optional, drop your knee. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, find your lunge, whatever that is for you today. No judgment. Exhale, arms out to the side, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Inhale, right arm reaches up, twist your lunge. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, front foot steps back. Exhale, find yourself in that plank. Inhale here. Exhale, you can do your knees, chest, and chin, or if you want to play around with the one push up here, elbows in toward your body. You can lower all the way down. Your choice. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, step or hop your feet forward. Yogi's choice. Exhale, fold. Inhale, make your way up to standing. Sweep your hands up to the sky. And exhale, palms to heart center. Let's take a moment here, mountain pose. So just breathe in. Breathe out. Notice how you feel. You feel a little more weak, a little more loose. You can just kind of shake it out a little bit. Sometimes I like to just do silly things like this. A little dance on the yoga mat, whatever. Yoga like no one's watching. Come back to your breath if you need to. Come back to your intention. Hopefully you're moving with the breath the whole time there. And if it was challenging, just know that, practice. And it'll, like if anything, it's easier and better with practice. You don't have to be perfect right away. The main thing is that you're showing up for yourself on your mat. So, mountain pose. We're going to do one more yoga pose here, one more move before Shavasana, just to really get in there and stretch out our legs, okay? So inhale, sweep your arms overhead, and exhale, dive it forward. Inhale one more time, look up, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Let's take another pause for a moment here. Take a breath in, and take a breath out. And then bend your knees enough to place your hands on the floor beside your feet. Step back to downward facing dog. Walk it out if you want here, or find a place of stillness. And just start to notice any subtle differences in the way you feel in your body right now versus when we started today. Maybe you feel a little more stretched out, a little more loose. And then from here, we're going to inhale, lift your right leg up, stretch it back towards the wall behind you into a 3-leg downward dog. Inhale, bring that right knee forward next to your thumb. Slide your foot out to the side as you extend that left leg behind you. So we're coming to pigeon now. This is compression on your knee. But if this hurts your knee at all in any way, it's a good time to practice Wachasana and just kind of like watch me do it, or go straight into your Shavasana practice, okay? It's never worth pain or injury to get into a pose. But this is a really good pose to really get in there, open your hips, loosen up any tension in your glutes, hamstrings, even your quads a little bit here. So I really do like this. Inhale, lengthen through your chest. Make sure your hips, pelvis, and sacrum are level. And then exhale, form a little pillow with your hands. Rest your head on your hands. Let your shoulders relax down for your pigeon pose. We'll take 3 breaths here and try to keep your hips level. Notice anywhere that you feel tension releasing from your body, particularly your lower body here. And breathe in. Breathe out. What habits, practices, routines can you make for yourself to take charge of your own life, of your own refreshing, creating clean, new energy for each day, each month, each week, each year, however you want to define it. Anytime that you feel like you need to hit that reset button, just know that it's there. Come back to your breath and really connect, tune in with yourself to see what you need. Because only you can really know the answer to that. But coming to our mat is a really good way, or can be a really good way to connect with ourselves and maybe just explore what some of those answers might be. If you don't have all the answers right now, that's okay too. This is a good place to start. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and extend your arms again and lift your chest. And we're going to crawl your back toes under and step back to downward dog. And I like to walk it out after that. I just find it feels good. So you can do that, but you don't have to. Just kind of feel that out. And we're going to move right into the other side here. So inhale, lift your left leg up, stretch it on back behind you. Inhale, bring that knee forward next to your thumb as you extend that back leg out behind you, making sure your hips are level and making sure there isn't any pain in your knee. You might feel discomfort and awkwardness here, and that's okay, but just make sure there isn't any pain. And then from here, when you're ready, let's extend, lift up through your chest, and as you're ready, start to form that pillow with your hands and rest your head on your hands and really sink into this pose. Feel it release. I'm going to be quiet for a minute and just give you 3 breaths of quiet contemplation for yourself to come back to your breath, come back to your intention. Just take whatever you need from these moments in our practice today. Let it go. Let it loose. And as you're ready, start to extend your arms, lift your chest once again. Curl your back toes under, step it back to our last downward dog of today's practice. Just kind of walk it out, let it release. Take a breath in, and then exhale, lower your knees down. Sink your seat to your heels for child's pose. Take a breath in here and out. And then from here, we're just going to shift on forward and slide your feet over to one side. It doesn't matter which side it is. And start to wind it down, set up for Shavasana. So this time, if you want to put your socks on, that's what I'm going to do, or anything warm and cozy, maybe add some blankets or pillows. I definitely invite you to do that, especially if it's a cold winter day where you're at right now, which it likely is if you're doing this in real time. And just start to find yourself sitting with your knees bent in front of you, your feet on the floor. Take your arms out in front of you, and then just slowly lower all the way down onto your back. And when you get there, extend your legs out in front of you, stretch your arms back towards the wall behind you, and just stretch your body long, full body stretch. Take a big breath in here, and then exhale, release your arms down to your sides, and start to make any final movements or adjustments that you're feeling called to make today to set yourself up for corpse pose Shavasana. I really do encourage you to not skip this part of the video. This is one of the most important parts of practice, especially after all the work that you did to kind of move your body, lengthen things out. Again, don't forget to drink plenty of water today, so especially if you're just coming back from the mat for the first time in a while, but even if not, because we definitely moved and stretched our bodies in different ways, moved energy through our bodies, and so it's really good to stay hydrated and continue with healthy habits throughout the rest of our day. if you have your legs extended, you might have a little pinching in your lower back like I do. You can always put, you know, I like bolster, but you can even just put some pillows or something underneath your knees to help support that. So just find what feels good to you. Take as much time as you need here. Don't skimp on this. And then when you get here, just allow your shoulders and your back to relax against the earth. Your eyes gently close. And when you return back to find your natural breath, just sink into the floor and let everything go, let everything release. And we'll just take a couple minutes here to relax into our Shavasana. Really give yourself this time, let your body gently absorb, take in the benefits from all the movements and postures that we practiced today. Let yourself feel refreshed by taking this time to clear your mind. And if your mind still isn't clear and it's thinking a little bit, that's okay too, that's normal. But taking this time to just be with yourself can allow you to have a more clear mind, a better focus and presence. So whatever else you have on your agenda for the rest of the day, because you took this time to take care of yourself. So let's just take another minute or two here to just let your bones completely rest, let your body sink into the floor, and release all physical efforts or tensions from your body. Try to release any tension from your mind. Just let it go for right now, knowing that you can always come back to it at a later time, hopefully at a more peaceful place. Notice your breath in a natural, relaxed way. And as always, you can feel free to stay here as long as you like. You have the time. And if you really don't have the time today, you need to get going somewhere. Just start to gently wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, start to bring energy awareness. And calm way back into your body a little bit at a time. And then as you're ready, you can just gently bring your knees into your chest. Maybe rock a little from side to side. We're going to do something a little different here today than what we normally do. We normally go straight to fetal pose, and you can do that if you wish. Otherwise, if this feels good on your back, if it doesn't, then just go to fetal pose. Otherwise, you can try just gently rocking front and back and gently reawakening your body from the Shavasana and eventually back to your seat and come back to find a comfortable seat. Oh, hi, Murphy. My assistant Murphy came to join us today. Just come back to your seat. Take a brief moment here of gratitude toward yourself for taking this time out to come back to your mat, to your practice. And I thank you so much for joining me. You can just take a quiet moment here. With your eyes closed, breathing in, and breathing out. It isn't true that everyone should follow one path. Listen to your own truth. Ram Dass. And then just gently open your eyes and bring your hands to your heart. Another breath in and exhale. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. It's great to be back, and I hope this practice helped you feel a little more refreshed for whatever you have up ahead. And I will see you back again next time for some more healthy yoga practices. So always take really good care. Bye.